for all the examples we've seen. Him suing Showtime for $300 million, him foreclosing on multiple properties, him losing on investments on multiple properties, him buying a lot of depreciating assets, and him all of a sudden looking to box very much in the year 2026. Floyd losing money Mayweather, as the chatter says, is in dire straits financially. Now again, is he got more money than me? Yeah, but he also spends a lot more money than me, which is why I thought him coming back to fight Manny Pacquiao, I mean, it made dollars, so sure, it makes sense. But for him to put his pro record on the line means this is really bad for Floyd. Well, turns out it could be as bad as we thought, or potentially worse. Or in some form of getting this fight together, misspoke to one of these guys. Or Floyd Mayweather is trying to Netflix.
Obviously, signing multiple deals and getting in advance and having them pay you ahead of the fight. I mean, like, is that normal? Does that happen?
I mean, you.
Nah.
Hey, yeah. Ocho, I've known players that they burn through their money. They take out an advance on next year's salary.
Nah.
Yes, you at this age, you gonna put that undefeated record on the line? That's his whole thing, Ocho. The whole thing is undefeated.
Yeah.
The whole time. That's why he said, no. Manny said, no, I want to be the one to put that one on there. I want to put that blemish on that record. No. This ain't no exhibition.
The controversy surrounding the proposed Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch has taken a serious turn. Manny Pacquiao is accusing Floyd Mayweather of receiving an upfront payment for what was supposed to be a legitimate professional bout. Pacquiao is now demanding that the situation be resolved without any further delays or explanations, warning that the exhibition plan could collapse entirely if those concerns remain unresolved.
What I signed, he signed a real fight, and I signed a fair fight, and he got his advance, so there's no reason to make excuses of that. So that's true.
Well, we all look forward to that fight.
I mean, he signed a real fight, and he got his advance. So then now makes excuses. No.
Floyd Mayweather's version of the situation appears inconsistent with Netflix's February 23rd announcement, which described the event as a professional rematch that could put his 50-0 record on the line in front of more than 325 million subscribers. The matchup was also publicly endorsed by the promotional companies representing both fighters, further reinforcing the original presentation of the bout.
Everybody don't get it.
Ocho, you got to, and I understand, chat, I understand about taxes. Uncle Sam, the only mofo that don't work and get half your money.
Hello.
He don't do ish. But got his hand stuck out. And I get it. I hate paying that quarterly payment. I hate it. But you ain't come to get my stuff.
Hey, what are you telling? Listen, it's a select few, you hear me, Uncle Joe? It's a select few that sit high and look low. When it comes to them taxes, they make their own rule.
Critics argue that Mayweather is choosing not to compete professionally because he wants to keep his perfect record intact. They also claim that concerns about facing Manny in a legitimate rematch, along with his pride, may be influencing that decision. Meanwhile, attention has shifted toward his lifestyle, with some suggesting that it could pose a greater threat to the legacy he established throughout his career.
Look at the way he lives life. You look at the way he does things, the entourage, the women, the jewelry, the bags. It's almost impossible, and you would understand that, Joe. You would also understand it's impossible to maintain a lifestyle like that when you're not still fighting.
Unless you got $200, $300 million coming in.
It's impossible. You know? I mean,
because you got money going out and ain't got
you don't have
in.
enough coming in to maintain it.
I don't care how much you make, Ocho. How much did you keep?
Right. There you go.
It ain't how much you make, it's how much you keep. So imagine you make $1 billion. So in other words, he lives in Vegas. If he made $1 billion, he made $630 million. Now that's what he made. What is his lifestyle? Well, you got 2 jets. You got people, you know, and they said that he had people to wash his car.
Oscar de la Hoya has accused Mayweather of failing to honor agreements and being dishonest, arguing that the fear of damaging his 50-0 record is preventing another matchup. Oscar also claims that Floyd's father privately believed Oscar had won their original bout. Now he is challenging Mayweather to step up and demonstrate that he is willing to face the risk.
All the news on Mayweather Pacquiao potentially falling apart. I mean, I have to say this, Mayweather, come on, dude. Fight a real fight. You're still trying to protect your O. Yes, you're 50-0 on paper, but people know you've lost. Your own father said you lost against me back when we fought. And what's crazy is that people don't know that we had a rematch clause for 1 year. And what do? Your ass retires for 1 year and 1 day. Bro, ever since I got beat up by Manny Pacquiao in my last fight, I've wanted to fight every single day, but I couldn't because I wasn't right.
Oscar de la Hoya is mocking Mayweather over his reluctance to pursue a genuine fight with Manny Pacquiao, while referencing the rematch provision from their own agreement. According to Oscar, Floyd's decision to retire was largely about keeping his perfect 50-0 record untouched. He now says he would be willing to face Mayweather again, or even take on Jake Paul, while continuing to accuse Floyd of avoiding Manny because of fear.
Physically, emotionally, I just wasn't right. All that depression, all that I had within my spirit. But now these last 5 years, I've put in the work, man. Woo! I did a lot of work and I feel happy. I feel at peace. And you know what? A man at peace is a dangerous man. I can take on King Kong if I want and beat his ass. And I'll even fight Jake Paul. Let's go!
The situation surrounding the rematch is becoming increasingly contentious. Manny Pacquiao claims that Floyd Mayweather has already collected an advance payment, leaving little room for further explanations. Several boxing observers have criticized the way the potential rematch is unfolding, describing the build-up as unusually unprofessional. Wade Plemons suspects there may be undisclosed activity happening behind the scenes and believes Floyd could be using the controversy to create problems for Netflix while benefiting from the attention.
Even contracts that didn't say the same thing, that would be one of the most unprofessional things you could do, not trying to point to Netflix or whoever else put this together, but something is off. Something's completely off because you got one person saying, this is a real fight. You got the promotion saying, this is a real fight. You got Floyd Mayweather saying, no, this is an exhibition. There's two things that are happening here. Either somebody messed up in paperwork or in communication or in some form of getting this fight together, misspoke to one of these guys, or Floyd Mayweather is trying to Netflix. That is the only two things that can be possible here. Because we then get the report, as of yesterday, that Floyd Mayweather has already taken a cash advance payment of his purse.
Wade says his concerns are supported by credible sources. ESPN has reported that the proposed rematch may be facing significant problems, with claims that Mayweather has already received an advance payment drawing attention from boxing insiders. Wade acknowledges that fighters sometimes receive money before an event, but he considers the circumstances surrounding Floyd's payment unusual. He believes the situation could either be deliberately staged or involve Mayweather attempting to profit from Netflix while taking his money and creating an opportunity to walk away.
Currently being in jeopardy. I don't even know how that's possible. Who gave him a cash advance before they even got to the fight? I understand like paying some up front to secure the fight, but paying everything? Maybe it's not what it is. Maybe the cash advance is like partially, but still, what? So if this is to be believed, and this is via ESPN, this is not, random Twitter person reporting this. I think Mike Coppinger also reported the same thing. If this is to be believed, Floyd took a cash advance and then undermined the promotion of his own fight to try to protect his 50-0 record and still make a bag.
Wade says this would not be the first occasion where Mayweather allegedly attempted to escape a difficult situation. He recalls witnessing a similar incident firsthand. According to Wade, Floyd once arrived at the venue for a scheduled bout, but refused to step into the ring unless he received an exceptionally large payment.
This for years. He has done this for years, especially after his pro career. When he was doing these exhibitions, he would not show up to things he was obligated to do, take advances. Even the Deji fight, you can ask Deji, I was there. Floyd demanded that they pay him some insane amount of money or he wasn't going to fight Deji while he was at the venue. And they wanted to change gloves and do all this stuff. And I think they actually did it. They paid Floyd to do it. And I've seen this with a bunch of his exhibitions. And obviously we know about the Logan Paul situation, how Floyd shopped his fight to a different company after essentially royalty like Prince whoever in Dubai and stole his money. This is insane.
The controversy has drawn strong reactions from the boxing community, with Max Kellerman and Mike Coppinger sharing their views. They believe Mayweather may be searching for a way to step away from the situation while avoiding accountability and preserving his reputation. Analysts have cautioned that such a decision could negatively affect how his career is remembered, with allegations of a contract violation and Netflix closely following the developments. The situation could carry serious consequences.
Real fight that'll count on their records, and it's going to be at the Sphere, so I'm not sure what Floyd is talking about. I don't know if Floyd got bad advice, but he's contracted, so it would be a breach if not.
I think what puts a damper on Mayweather Pacquiao 2 was Mayweather Pacquiao 1. The big letdown of a fight.
That's another damper.
But this is like, all you have to ask yourself, Gabe, to me about when a fight is made is, are you going to watch it live or not? When it's on, are you going to watch it, yes or no?
I'm definitely watching.
Yeah, me too. So, like, everyone can shut up, right? Because we're all going to watch.
But I would not watch it if it's an exhibition, not necessarily live.
Yeah, you would. You'd still watch it.
I don't really watch all the exhibitions live.
Yeah, but whatever they call it, you're going to watch it. But you're right, though, as an official fight, because it brings in the intrigue.
Max Kellerman argues that Mayweather's hesitation to enter another sanctioned professional bout is driven primarily by fear of losing his unbeaten record. He points out that other legendary fighters returned to competition and eventually suffered defeats. Kellerman also highlights Manny Pacquiao's recent decision to go the full distance against the younger Mario Barrios. In his assessment, Mayweather is well past his athletic prime and may be allowing the current controversy to unfold simply to avoid adding a single loss to his record.
You just saw Manny draw against a world-class fighter, whatever you want to say about Barrios. And Mayweather is right at that age, almost 50, where guys fall off a cliff.
Yep.
And he has the undefeated record to protect.
And
right?
it's Mayweather's identity, right? That's its whole identity.
That's why Mayweather doesn't want it to be a pro fight. Because you want to just safeguard that record.
50 knows a big thing. And if you lose that, it's like, okay, Floyd, so. But I would make an expedition because who's not going to watch it?
It's not up to him. He already signed a contract. It's a real fight.
That's what I don't get. How you sign a contract that you saying it's not?
Retiring undefeated. It's interesting. You can retire. A lot of guys have passed Rocky Marciano 49-0. But then they kept fighting and they lost. Chavez. Right? Yeah, Chavez is one. There have been others. By the way, Rocky Marciano was training for a comeback when Floyd Patterson was champion. And I have no way, because he'd have beaten Floyd Patterson.
The proposed rematch appears to be on increasingly unstable ground. Gabe Rosado believes Mayweather may have been advised against making the contest an official professional fight, but financial difficulties could have influenced him to accept the arrangement. Reports claim that Floyd received his purse before the event and is now searching for a way to step away while keeping his unbeaten record intact.
Being that it's an official pro fight,
I do, Gabe.
Floyd was probably not advised.
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, look, obviously Floyd, covets his record and certainly doesn't want to lose it, losing a fight when he's, way past his prime and not even active. But he needs the money, clearly. We've seen what's in the news and, I'm not in his pockets or anything, but he's going to make a lot of money and rightfully so. I don't see him turning down a major payday over this, but we'll bear watching. And also, I'm told that further to that, Pacquiao has no interest in this if it's not a real fight.
If I'm Floyd, I'm not fighting unless it's just a regular. If it's a pro fight, I'm not. Why would I do it? I'm old.
Because you need the money.
I don't know if he needs. I ain't getting the man.
Assuming he does.
I don't know if he needs the money or not.
Let's assume he does. That's why he's coming down. Just assume. So, and you're going to make.
Jazz Mathers took the discussion further by examining the contract publicly and reading portions of it aloud. He highlighted language that, according to him, identifies the rematch as a professional contest under official sanctioning. Mathers also noted that the word professional is reportedly included 11 times in the agreement. He further claimed that Floyd Mayweather Jr. signed the document and had already received an advance on his purse.
Let me read out something to you here. Okay. The main event bout of the boxing program will be a boxing match between Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather. The match will be a professional and sanctioned match and shall count on the official professional records of Mayweather and Pacquiao, and the final rules for which shall be subject to the mutual agreement of Pacquiao and Mayweather and subject to further approval of Netflix.
Okay, so I don't hear exhibition nowhere near in that statement.
The word professional is in this contract 11 times.
Oh, wow.
Another part, and which will be a professional and sanctioned boxing match and shall count on the official professional records of Mayweather and Pacquiao.
These developments have further fueled speculation that Floyd Mayweather may be facing serious financial difficulties. Jay, Mathers has now called on Floyd to resolve the situation, while maintaining that the agreement has already been violated.
I mean, it's unfortunate that it's come to what it's come to. Obviously, when we first heard about him having a 3-fight deal, we understood why he's having a 3-fight deal. I gave my name to people that he could have fought, that could have helped him if he was in financial crisis and needed to recoup some of that money back. And Manny Pacquiao was one of the names. It's crazy that it's even got to this point. I don't even know what to think about it at this point. Obviously, signing multiple deals and getting in advance and having them pay you ahead of the fight. I mean, is that normal? Does that happen?
Netflix could be preparing legal action against Floyd Mayweather Jr. over the alleged contract violation, bringing renewed scrutiny to his finances since retiring from professional boxing. The reported concerns include a $1.5 million dispute connected to Logan Paul, as well as additional outstanding payments. Mike Tyson has previously stressed the importance of managing wealth carefully, noting that even the fortune earned by a legendary fighter can quickly disappear without responsible financial decisions.
Hey, listen, I don't know anything about no networks doing I used to have problems with HBO because we had problems. It was a promoter problem. But the fact is his life to live it the way he live it. You know, it may not be the right life, but it's his life to live the way he wants. And nobody could say anything about it. They're making a big joke about his life and he owes money. He's a human being. He make mistakes. People don't understand it's the art in saving money. You know, you handle money, you don't understand the art of saving money, you're screwed. And you could be anybody. You could be a little kid, you could be the smartest person in the world. It's an art in handling money. If you can't master that art, you're screwed.
Wade Plemons' accusation that Floyd could be attempting to take advantage of Netflix has become one of the most surprising developments in the controversy. Some supporters have started expressing sympathy for Mayweather, but his critics remain skeptical and have even begun calling him Pity Mayweather instead of Money Mayweather. Wade has also alleged that Floyd is selling certain properties below their potential value in an effort to manage increasing debts and legal disputes. Whether the pressure comes from Netflix, Showtime, or his own legal troubles, the financial and reputational challenges surrounding the boxing star continue to grow.
Builds this immaculate place in Vegas thinking he's going to turn it over. Like he's flipped a couple of different properties. I'll give him some credit there. I think he flipped a house in Florida from 18 to 20 mil, and he's got a place in LA that's like $25 million he's trying to sell now for like 48, which it's funny how now all of a sudden Floyd's trying to sell all of his assets. What does that tell you? He just sold his private plane as well, which I don't know what that went for, but again, he's offloading assets because he's massively in debt and owes people a lot of money. And he's trying to finance something, whether it's legal fees, whether it's other mortgages, whatever. But yeah, getting a net negative of $4 million on the house you built and then put on the market is probably the worst real estate investment you can make.
Wade Plemons claims that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is under significant financial strain. He points to an alleged $340 million lawsuit that Floyd reportedly failed to address, along with outstanding tax obligations, as evidence that Mayweather's financial position may not be as secure as many assume. With a possible return to the ring and a potential rematch with Manny Pacquiao being discussed, those financial questions are becoming part of the wider story.
You guys, Floyd is going broke, and there's no other clear explanation other than, we can look through the court documents of him versus Showtime, but missing $340 million, being years and years behind on his taxes. That's clearly the motivation for this. And because Floyd, obviously, he is one of the best of all time, so if he still can do it. But Mike Tyson, followed by Manny Pacquiao, will get you out of a lot of financial bad situations and bad decision-making. So this is why I think Floyd is doing this more than anything.
Wade Plemons alleges that Floyd Mayweather Jr. left Logan Paul's team without clear answers following their exhibition. According to Wade, Famio Boxing arranged the $10 million event with an agreement that Paul would receive a portion of the revenue. However, Wade claims that after the exhibition concluded, Mayweather stopped responding, leaving both Famio and Paul uncertain about whether the promised payments had been made.
Out here in Dubai, royalty is crazy. This is a story I also heard from Gervonta Davis when he said that Floyd owed them people in Dubai money. Some business person, some royalty in Dubai out of $10 million to stage. Remember, it was supposed to be like Floyd versus Logan on like a helipad or like on the top of the Burj Khalifa or something. It was way back, again, 5 years ago now, but that was like the initial rumblings around that fight. And what Floyd did was use Mayweather Promotions to bring them this fight and say, if you'll front us this money, we'll put this fight here. They fronted him the money. He took the money, had the fight at the Hard Rock in Miami with Famio instead. That was the company that put it on, Famio. And Logan saw none of that front end 10 mil. And the people that paid Floyd the 10 mil never saw a dime back.
With a possible lawsuit looming and mounting financial concerns, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is facing increasing pressure. Boxing analyst Paulie Malignaggi has also weighed in, arguing that Floyd may not officially be bankrupt, but could be carrying an excessive amount of debt and financial obligations. Malignaggi believes the rematch should proceed according to the conditions established in the original agreement, without changes or workarounds. In his view, Mayweather must respect the Netflix deal and fulfill all of the commitments included in the contract he signed.
Of Mayweather, as far as him wanting to come back and make a bag of money, then I think the fight has to happen regardless. What other direction can you go if you're Floyd and if you really are in these kind of positions, I've been the one to say it. I don't say that Floyd is broke. I think people overuse that word. I think he's likely over-leveraged. And there's a difference between being over-leveraged and being broke. Being over-leveraged, if you're not careful, can lead you to being broke. But being over-leveraged also you can just rebound and make a bag of money. And now you're perfectly leveraged, then you're fine. And you still have all that stuff that you had before, So I think if that's the case, regardless, I think Floyd probably may be forced to do it the way Netflix decides to do it.
Despite all the controversy, Paulie Malignaggi believes Mayweather genuinely wants the matchup to take place as a competitive professional bout, mainly because sanctioned fights can generate significantly more revenue. He says negotiations have not ended and that several points still need to be resolved. Malignaggi also argues that the contest should remain officially sanctioned because legal sports betting across the United States can produce far greater financial returns than an exhibition. From his perspective, making it a legitimate professional fight simply creates greater value.
But we'll see. We'll see how things go on the inside. These are inner negotiations. I think it's more interesting if it is a real fight, first and foremost, with gambling being legal in the United States now, all over the United States. It brings in that much more revenue because you can gamble on a real fight. You cannot. There's no gambling on an exhibition because there's no real winner and loser in an exhibition. So that makes it very, very different, and that gives the image of the fight, the branding of the fight, a whole new vibe if it's a real fight as opposed to if it's an exhibition. So, a lot to be discussed here before.
At this point, the situation centers on allegations of a contract violation, money reportedly changing hands, and growing controversy surrounding Floyd Mayweather's reputation. The big question is whether he will move forward with the challenge or continue avoiding a legitimate professional fight. Manny Pacquiao remains waiting. Netflix is monitoring the situation, and boxing fans are demanding answers. Subscribe, activate notifications, and stay with us for the latest developments, because the next major turn in this story could happen at any moment.